Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Jane and Alex podcast. I am so happy you are here with us today. I am Jane.
And I am Alex. It is great to see you, Jane. And it is great to see all of our listeners and viewers joining us for another English learning session.
Alex, today we have a topic that makes me a little bit nervous. Just thinking about it makes my hands sweat a little bit, but it is so important.
Oh, really? Nervous? I think I can guess what it is. Is it about public speaking? Or maybe grammar rules?
No, it is about money. Specifically, asking for more money. Today, we are talking about negotiating your salary.
Ah, yes. That is a very common fear, Jane. Many people, even native English speakers, feel uncomfortable talking about salary. They feel shy or they are afraid the boss will say no.
Exactly. I always feel like if I ask for more money, they might take the job offer away, or they might think I am greedy. But I know that is not true, right?
That is definitely not true, Jane. Negotiating is a normal part of business. In many cultures, especially in the United States, the UK, and Canada, it is expected. If you do not ask, you might not get what you deserve. And doing this in a second language, that adds a whole new layer of difficulty.
That is why I am so excited for this episode. We are going to learn the power phrases needed to do this confidently. We want our listeners to feel strong when they talk about money.
Absolutely. By the end of this episode, you will have the vocabulary and the sentence structures to handle this conversation professionally. We will cover how to start the conversation, what to say if the offer is too low, and how to close the deal.
I cannot wait. But before we dive into the money talk, Alex, we have a small favor to ask our listeners.
We do. If you are enjoying this podcast and you want to improve your English skills every week, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. It really helps us grow.
Yes, and please hit the like button on this video. When you hit like, it tells YouTube that this lesson is useful, and they will show it to more English learners around the world. It is a free way to support us.
And turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Okay, Jane, are you ready to talk business?
I am ready. Let's start with the situations. When do we actually need to negotiate salary? Is it only when we get a new job?
That is the most common time, Jane. When you receive a job offer, usually the company will send you a letter or an email stating the salary. This is the best time to negotiate, but it is not the only time.
Right. What about if you have been working at a company for a long time? Can you negotiate then?
Yes, definitely. That is usually called an annual review or a performance review. This happens once a year. You sit down with your manager, talk about your work, and that is a perfect opportunity to ask for a raise.
A raise. That is the word for an increase in salary, right?
Correct. A raise implies your salary goes up. Another situation is if you get a promotion. If your job title changes from junior manager to senior manager, you should definitely negotiate your new salary.
Okay, so we have three main situations: a new job offer, an annual review, and a promotion. In all of these, the language we use needs to be polite but firm. Is that right?
Exactly. Polite but firm. You do not want to sound aggressive or angry, but you also do not want to sound weak. It is a balance.
Let's talk about the phrases. I think the hardest part is starting the sentence. How do I say, I want more money, without saying, I want more money?
Great question. We never say, I want more money. That sounds too demanding. Instead, we focus on the value we bring to the company. A great power phrase to start with is, based on my market research.
Based on my market research. I like that. It sounds very professional. It sounds like I did my homework.
Exactly. You're using facts, not feelings. You are saying that you looked at the market, meaning other companies and similar jobs, and you know what the standard pay is. So the full sentence might be, based on my market research and my experience level, I was looking for a salary in the range of...
Oh, I see a key word there. Range. You didn't give one specific number. You gave a range. Why?
Giving a range shows flexibility. If you say, I want $50,000, and they can only pay $48,000, they might just say no. But if you say, I am looking for a range between $48,000 and $53,000, you have room to discuss.
That makes sense. It feels less like a fight and more like a conversation. Okay, what is another phrase we can use if the offer they give us is just too low?
This happens often. Imagine they offer you a number and you are disappointed. You can use this phrase, is there any flexibility with that number?
Is there any flexibility? That is a very gentle way to ask. It is not saying no, it is asking if we can move the number.
Correct. Another variation is, I am very excited about this role, but the salary is slightly below my expectations.
I like the sandwich method there. You started with something positive, I am very excited about this role, then you gave the negative news. It is below my expectations. It softens the blow.
Yes, the sandwich method is crucial in English business culture. Always wrap the difficult request in positive language. Here's another power phrase for you, Jane. This one is for when you are negotiating a raise at your current job. I would like to revisit my compensation.
Revisit my compensation. That sounds very formal. Compensation means salary plus benefits, right?
Yes, compensation includes your money, your health insurance, vacation days, bonuses, everything. Using the word compensation shows you are thinking about the whole package, not just the cash.
Okay, so I could say, I have had a great year, and I would like to revisit my compensation to reflect my contributions.
Perfect. Reflect my contributions is a wonderful phrase. It means the money should match the hard work you did.
These are great. I feel more confident already. But Alex, sometimes I get confused about the grammar. For example, should I use I want or I would like?
Always use I would like in a formal setting. I want can sound like a child asking for candy. I would like is polite and professional. Also, try to use conditional structures. Instead of can you increase the salary, try would it be possible to increase the salary?
Would it be possible? That changes the tone completely. It sounds much more respectful.
Exactly. English politeness often relies on making sentences longer and using words like would, could, and might.
Okay, Alex, I think it is time to see these phrases in action. Shall we do a role play?
I think that is a great idea. Let's do a scenario. I will be the hiring manager, and you are the candidate, Jane. You just passed the interview, and I am calling you with a job offer.
Okay, I am ready. I am nervous, but I am ready.
Ring, ring. Hello, Jane. This is Alex from Tech Solutions.
Hi, Alex. It is great to hear from you.
We were very impressed with your interview. We would like to offer you the marketing manager position. The starting salary is $60,000 per year.
Thank you so much, Alex. I am really excited about the opportunity to join the team. However, based on my market research and my 5 years of experience, I was hoping for a salary in the range of $68,000 to $72,000.
That is a bit higher than we budgeted. $72,000 is likely too high for us right now.
I understand. Is there any flexibility to meet in the middle, perhaps around $68,000?
Let me check with the finance department. I think we might be able to do $67,500 if you can start next week.
That sounds fair. I appreciate you looking into that for me. I would be happy to accept $67,500.
Great. Welcome to the team.
End scene. Wow, Alex, that actually felt okay. It wasn't as scary as I thought.
You did great, Jane. Let's break down what you did right. First, you expressed gratitude. You said, thank you so much, and I am excited. That is rule number 1.
Yes, I wanted you to know I still like the company.
Then you used the power phrase based on my market research. That justified your request. You didn't just ask for more money because you wanted to buy a new car. You asked because the market supports it.
And I gave a range, $68,000 to $72,000.
Exactly. And when I pushed back and said it was too high, you didn't panic. You used the phrase, is there any flexibility? You kept the conversation going.
I feel like staying calm is the most important part. If I had said, oh, okay, sorry, $60,000 is fine, I would have lost $7,500.
That is a lot of money to lose just because you were afraid to ask one question. And notice, Jane, as the manager, I wasn't angry. I just stated our budget. It is a business transaction, not a personal fight.
That is such a good perspective. Now, Alex, let's talk about what not to do. What are some common mistakes English learners make during negotiation?
The biggest mistake is apologizing. Do not say, I am sorry to ask, but, or I know this is annoying, but.
Oh, I am definitely guilty of that. I say sorry all the time. Why is that bad?
Because apologizing makes you look unsure. It signals that you think you are doing something wrong. Asking for fair pay is not wrong. It is right. So remove sorry from your negotiation vocabulary.
Okay, no sorry. What else?
Another mistake is giving an ultimatum. An ultimatum is when you say, give me this money or I quit.
Ooh, that sounds dangerous.
It is very dangerous. Unless you are truly ready to walk away and lose the job, do not use threats. It breaks the relationship.
You want to be a partner, not an enemy.
Right. We want to build a bridge, not burn one. What about talking about personal problems? Like, I need more money because my rent went up.
Bad idea. The company pays you for your work, not for your personal expenses. It sounds harsh, but your rent is not their problem. Your skills and your value to the company are their concern. Keep the conversation focused on your professional value, not your personal life.
That is excellent advice. Focus on the value. Okay, Alex, I think our listeners are ready for some practice. Shall we do a practice time segment?
Let's do it. Listeners, we are going to give you a prompt. We will say a sentence that a boss might say. We want you to reply using one of the power phrases we learned. You will have a few seconds of silence to speak out loud.
Don't be shy. Speak to your phone, your computer, or your car radio. Okay, here's the situation. You are in an interview. The boss says,
The salary for this position is fixed at $40,000. How do you ask if they can change it? Remember the word flexibility. Ready? Go.
Did you say it? Alex, what is a good answer?
A great answer would be, I understand. Is there any flexibility with that number considering my experience?
Perfect. Let's try one more. The boss says, we cannot offer a higher salary right now.
But you want to ask for other benefits, like more vacation time or a bonus. How do you ask? Ready? Go.
That was a tricky one.
What could they say, Alex?
They could say, I understand the budget is tight. Would it be possible to discuss other parts of the compensation package, such as additional vacation days?
Oh, that is smart. If you can't get money, get time. Time is money after all.
Exactly. Never leave the table without asking. The worst thing they can say is no, and you are in the same position you started. But the best thing, you get what you want.
This has been such a helpful episode, Alex. I feel much better about my next annual review. Do you have any final tips for our listeners before we go?
My final tip is to practice. Write down these phrases. Stand in front of a mirror. Say them out loud until they feel natural. The more you say them, the less nervous you will feel when the real moment comes.
Great advice. And remember, you are valuable. Your English skills, your professional skills, they are worth it. Don't be afraid to ask for what you deserve.
Well said, Jane. Thank you all for listening to the Jane and Alex podcast. We hope this helps you in your career and your English journey.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Tell us, have you ever negotiated your salary? What happened? We love reading your stories.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.